Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Time once again for some more Dota 2 action here on the pub servers. This game just popped up here. First page of the team games, BizzCodd 2X versus LimboSexx. So this sounds like it'll be relatively interesting. A lot of names that I'm never going to be able to pronounce. Actually, okay. Not bad. Not bad. However, anyways, 25-second countdown here. Just get to chat for a bit, I guess. What to chat about, I have no idea. I didn't actually play much Dota today because I was a little wrapped up playing some Orcs Must Die with my girlfriend. That game is incredibly hilarious. Also, I was watching the AGDQ cast, which is the Awesome Games Done Quick, a bunch of speedrunners that do a giant speedrunning marathon for a cancer charity. So if you guys have not checked out that stream, go do it. They're running all of this week, and it's an amazing cause and some great entertainment. So check it out. Some of your favorite games are being streamed. I'm not sure what their schedule is, but you can find that on their website. So definitely go check them out. Throw them some love. I watch it every year and try to donate what I can. It's definitely a worthy cause. Anyways, loading into this game here, we are going to get going in just uno momento, and hopefully it'll be a good one. Alright, taking a little bit of time here. Alright, we are now into the game here. We're just waiting for a couple members of BizzCodd 2 to get into this game here. And we will be on our way. Get rid of that direct camera crap. Nobody wants that. And just waiting for UTP Abe A. Lang to get in this game. Jeez, man, you guys and your names always got to make it difficult. Seriously, that's the thing that I think all the procasters have a much easier time with. They all they really need is, I mean, pretty much every pro player has a easily recognizable name because it's a lot better for them because people can relate to an easier name better. But not here on the pub servers. You get XXX Triple Dragon Sao Shang 1235 sex number hashtag YOLO swag with a symbol that doesn't really have a name.
Dire team back.
Some people, man. Some people. Anyways, we are into the game here. First ban will be going to LimboSexxx up on the dire side. Dire side. They change the color of the background every single time, and it screws with me so hard. Like this. I just see it, and I don't know, man. I don't know. They ban out the OD, and the Alchemist is the ban out by BizzCodd, so pretty much pretty standard drafting here. The Alchemist is just starting to get up there. I mean, I've been talking for quite a while about what a strong pick he is, and it's kind of just slowly rose to that. He used to be a really strong carry hero, and with the rise of 679 and the way the lanes get swapped up, he wasn't as strong in that carry position. But then a couple big teams, I think Liquid was one of them, and Na'Vi were two teams that really loved to play that Alchemist in a supporting role. And once they started doing that, a lot of other teams picked up on it, and it just kind of became the standard. So anyways, I missed a couple picks and bans here. Lifestealer Timbersaw getting banned out, and the Batrider is the first pick by LimboSexxx. So they're going to prioritize that Batrider very heavily, and why not? He's a fantastic hero. I don't think he would have been picked though, so they probably could have been left for later in the draft. But something they really want to make sure they have. And BizzCodd snatches up the two nastiest supports in the game right now, Venomancer and the Crystal Maiden. So very tough heroes, and that is a lot of slowing power. Like I said, they're well, not like I said, I didn't say anything. They are going to have a very potent tri-lane and something perfect for a Juggernaut. I've said this in previous casts. I mean, when you get something that can hold somebody down in position, just keep them in one place, the spin can just do so much damage. And I think between the Gale, Frostbite, and the what's the ability? What's the ability? Crystal Nova. I knew it. I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyways, between all those slows, people are going to have a hard time running the hell away from them. Especially this Batrider too. I mean, until he gets a Blink and a Force Staff, him grabbing somebody is going to be pretty inconsequential because he's just going to get frostbitten and stuck in place, and he's not going to be able to take anybody anywhere. Lone Druid to pick up by LimboSexxx, so another interesting one here, kind of off the charts. I mean, Lone Druid has not been touched in quite a while by many of the pro teams and the top teams on top of the team matchmaking ladder, but you know, Lone Druid is just such a nasty hero in general. He doesn't fare as well though anymore. He has no innate escapes, and it's really easy to pick him off, especially if you have people that can kind of pick off those backline heroes. So we'll see how it works out for him though. They've got a they've got a really 6, 7, 8-ish feel to their draft right now. Batrider first pick, Lone Druid next, and next we'll hopefully be seeing a Wisp CK. Anyways, Wisp Tiny actually. No. Wisp CK was more 6, 7, 8. Anyways, back to the bands. We've got a Weaver and a Lich band out here. Both heroes, well, BizzCodd 2 aiming to just eliminate the support hero pool because they've already picked up their 2 supports and they know who they're going to be running on those roles, and it's been made apparent. So they have already made sure to get rid of the Alchemist, and they're getting rid of the Lich. So that pretty severely limits the pool of support heroes. I shouldn't say severely limits. There's a lot that you can do. You can run a support Sven like we saw last night. There's still the Wisp. I mean, LimboSexxx has not chosen their carry, so they could go for a you know, Wisp Tiny if they wanted. They could go for Lunar Rubik. There's a lot of spells to steal. Actually, Lunar Rubik isn't a direct combo, but I'm just trying to think of good lanes that could work out for him. Anyways, they're going to ban out the Anti-Mage because they fear for that severe farming power and the ability to slip away from their grasp, which is a little bit understandable considering the heroes that they have don't exactly have the most reliable of CCs. I mean, they have the Flaming Lasso, but it's hard to get off, especially against a Blink hero. If your reactions are fast enough, it can be pretty darn hard to get that lasso off on the right person. So Pugna being the other ban for BizzCodd, so they're going to make sure that that one is not there. Pugna not generally being run as a support. However, he is just a really good utilitarian hero that makes any draft really strong.
5 seconds remaining.
As the announcer informed us about 3 times there are 5 seconds left, and they are now slipping into their reserve time. Just waiting to see what that first pickup of the second phase will be here. They have a lot of options at their disposal and a lot of heroes that would fit very nicely into their composition, so it's just a matter of what they want to draft first and what they want to keep away from their opponents. You generally want to save the counterable picks for last, and so they're just trying to gauge what they should pick at this point. Could be anything, to be honest. They do pick the Wisp, so I don't know why I was fixated on Wisp. I said it like 4 times earlier, but maybe I'm just psychic and I knew it was coming. But the Wisp does get picked up by BizzCodd here, and this makes things a little bit interesting. That is a 3rd support hero on their team, meaning that one of these is probably not going to be a support hero. The Wisp could run mid. It is a possibility. I have not seen that in a very long time, so I don't know if it would work out. The more likely choice is the Venomancer going mid. Ogre Magi. Ooh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. I love Ogre Magi. He is an entertaining hero to cast. There is not too much that's crazy about him, but that Bloodlust on the Bear, as well as the refined, or the Pyroblast and the refined Pyroblast, just makes the hero really entertaining. I shouldn't say the Pyroblast, but the multicast on the Pyroblast can make some huge plays. Tiny! Oh, I did call it.
Dire
Wisp
team
Tiny.
pick.
I was calling it for the wrong team, though. I definitely thought LimboSexxx was going to be the ones to go for it. But it is picked up by BizzCodd. So Wisp Tiny is going to be the pickup. And I think they're probably going to stick that Venomancer mid. Wisp Tiny, Venomancer mid, Crystal Maiden just kind of doing her thing. Probably going to be hanging around in the jungle a lot more, letting Wisp and Tiny soak up the EXP so that they can hit 6 as fast as possible. But she will rotate into the lane to help out a little bit. And their last pickup is going to be looking for an off laner. At this point, I don't think it really matters who they go with. Clockwork would be a fantastic pickup for them. I love to see Clockwork on teams with Crystal Maiden because it just gives them so much ability to fire off those rockets. I was mentioning it in the cast yesterday that he's just such a great hero to have there. They could also do a Clinks, which would work very well in picking off that lone Druid. Like I said, they need those heroes that can get to the back line and just kind of shut down the Druid and the squishier supports like that Rubik that just got picked up there. So Rubik is going to be the pickup. I'm curious how this is going to play out though. The two supports for LimboSexxx are pretty strong, but I don't know if they're going to be beefy enough to withstand the brunt of a Wisp Tiny attack, especially since neither of them can really shut down that Wisp Tiny gank. A Windrunner is always a great pickup against them because if you get teleported on, you have a pretty good chance of being able to line up a shackle shot and then just walk away from it. So I do like that, but you know, we'll see what happens here. Both teams waiting to. Oh no, Batrider has been picked up. I was just gonna say both teams waiting to pick up their mid hero, but there's the Venomancer as well. I don't know what I'm thinking, man. I don't know. Batrider and the Luna gonna be banned out here, so LimboSexxx fearing that Dragon Knight mid, I guess. It might even be dual lanes. I think that Crystal Maiden's probably going to jungle just because that is the better way to earn more XP on the map. But it could also be dual lanes. The Crystal Maiden could go with any carry. The Luna is banned out by BizzCodd, so trying to get rid of that hard carry role that LimboSexxx is missing on their team right now. A lot of options still in the pool, though.
5 seconds remaining.
Actually, not so many options still in the pool. Looking back up the ban list, and Nyx, Weaver, Anti-Mage, Luna all taken out, so you know, they're gonna have to go for something a little less than popular right now. There are still a lot of options. Invoker is gonna be the pickup for BizzCodd, so I'm curious how they're gonna run this, because it either could be a Crystal Maiden Venomancer a duo lane with the Wisp Tiny duo lane, or it could be a Venomancer off lane with the Crystal Maiden. Actually, Invoker could go to the off lane, Venomancer could go mid. Very versatile draft. I like how they did this. I mean, besides the Wisp Tiny going to the safe lane, there's a lot of versatility in their other 3 heroes, and anything could really happen with them. The Ursa is an interesting pickup, though. It combos really well with their team. If the Batrider gets a Flaming Lasso, if the Rubik gets a Telekinesis, or if the Ogre Magi gets a decent multicast on his stun, Ursa is going to shred somebody. And you know, that's just how it works out, but I don't know if it's going to work against this team. Crystal Maiden has the Frostbite to hold the Ursa down, which is, I mean, that's almost a direct counter to Ursa to begin with. I mean, until he gets his Black King Bar, he's not going to be able to do anything while that Frostbite is on him. As well, the Venomancer is going to be able to kite him like a boss. Invoker has so many skills to deal with him. He's got Ice Wall, he's got Ghost Walk, he's got Cold Snap, he's got Tornado, he's got Screw Off Ursa. That is his thing. As well, Wisp and Tiny, I mean, they've got a lot of CC between the two of them to kind of keep them down, so I'm really not confident about that Ursa pickup, but, you know, it might work out for them, and we'll see if it does. Regardless, this does look like it could be a potential level 1 Roche strat. I mean, if... Okay, so the Ogre Magi did level the Fire Blast first. However, I think if he had gone for Bloodlust first, with the bear, and then Ursa attacking Roshan, they definitely could have done it at level 1. I don't know if that was even a thought in their head, but I am about 95% certain that they would have been able to do Roshan if they decided that was the way they wanted to go. I would have been worried about that if I was on BizzCodd as well. I would be moving towards that Roche pit right now, but doesn't look like they're worried, and it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. regardless, we are going to have an Ursa, Rubik, and Ogre Magi up on the safe lane for the dire side, and Batrider heading towards mid with nothing but a single Tango. That's a little interesting. Usually you want to get up some branches so that you have some last hitting ability to be able to get your bottle, but he just wants that quick bottle, and alright, man. I guess he feels he doesn't need it with the sticky napalm once he gets that going, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Lone Druid up to the offlane. Looks like he's sending his bear down already. The bear... Okay, no, it's just checking the rune. I thought he might be hooking around trying to grab the creep wave in a couple seconds here. But that is not the case. It does look like the Crystal Maiden is going to be coming down towards this bottom lane, and will be helping out. I assume she'll be going into the jungle when they realize that it's just the Lone Druid here, and the Wisp Tiny will just continue to farm. So this is a very... gold efficient lineup for BizzCodd here. They're going to get every single bit of gold that they can on the map, and their heroes are going to get very good levels very quickly.
The battle begins.
Invoker starting with a Blade of Attack, giving him that bonus damage, so he is sitting on almost 60 damage to begin the game, and Tiny grabs that haste rune. That could be very potentially dangerous. So Druid's going to have to stay really far under the tower here, but Wisp kind of just shooing off that bear, starting with a soul ring recipe, but not getting anything done here. Bear is just doing nothing. Looks like he is going to go try to pull that lane, but he's taking a lot of auto attack damage, and could potentially... Oh no, he's just blocking off this camp here, so that's all he's going to do, but I don't know if the damage to the bear is worth it. If this bear drops, that could be really, really, really bad. He does have a resummon in 60 seconds because he summoned it nice and early, but man, this is no bueno. He does get the frostbite off on the bear, and they are going to try to chase this down. This bear could very well die. Tiny could come over here and get this kill off, and that's 300 gold given away really early. Tiny's not going to go for it though. Tiny, man, that's 300 gold just sitting there with 150 life. Oh man, I am a sad panda there. Actually, this bear is a sad panda because he just got the crap beaten out of him, but man, I really wish that Tiny had gotten that bear. I don't wish it for the Druid because, you know, that's just really crappy for him, but at the same time, I mean, oh, that was a misplay. That was a misplay. Anyways, up on the top lane here, Venomancer just kind of contesting these, not really contesting, they weren't doing anything to it. He's just throwing wards down in this off lane just because, and this is a really safe lane for Veno. I mean, he's not going to be able to get picked off very easily because he has that ward vision all the time, so he always knows where the supports are, and even if he does get stunned and TK'd, I think he has a very good chance of dying, but the fact that he has the wards will prevent that quite a bit, and you know, he's doing pretty good up here. I don't mind this one bit. Invoker having a magic stick delivered to him, so seeing that he's up against the bat, I mean, he should have inspected that to begin with, but he does get it now, so those sticky napalm stacks are going to equal 15 health and 15 mana for Invoker each time it is cast, and always need that magic stick against Batrider. That is just a staple. Anyways, Druid over here, he's trying to cause a little bit of trouble with his bear, but he's not going to get anything done. The bear gets attacked for about 200 life, and we'll just kind of dance back and forth here. Crystal Maiden now, did she stack this? No, she did not stack that. I think that might have been what got interrupted earlier on there, but
it's all the same to
yeah, this is a really passive game. All the lanes are, I mean, Invoker Batrider, you're not going to find any action there until 6, and even then, maybe not. Bear's in here causing trouble. Not really getting anything done, but the Druid is now getting shoved away by the Wisp, and that is a problem.
Is under attack.
Tiny actually taking a good chunk of damage from having to take the creep wave of his own, but he's letting the tower take a little bit of a chunk of damage here. Batrider bottles up that double damage rune, so he now has at least a little bit of attack damage, but still nothing compared to the now almost 90 of Invokers. So, I mean, Batrider has half of Invoker's auto attack damage right now, and with that DD will just be even. So, I think Batrider misplayed this by not getting those stat items early on. He's going to be starved for farm here. Only 6 last hits to Invoker's 17 and 10. So he's just getting trashed in this mid lane. Only level 4, well, almost level 5, while Invoker is halfway to 6. This is nice speaking for themselves right now. I think that Crystal Maiden shouldn't even bother with the lane. She can turn around, she can kill these with her Frostbite and whatnot. She is stacking up this camp here, so actually I don't know if she did that. There's a Sunstrike, they're going. There's a Sunstrike, where is it? Where was Sunstrike? Oh, it was on Batrider. Jeez. I heard it in the back of my my headset, and I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's got to be top. But no, he gets the Sunstrike on Batrider and finishes him off early on. So like I said, that's, you got to get those stat items, man. He's got no way to stand in this lane. He's got nothing here. And Invoker is just doing fantastic. He is picking. Oh. Yeah, he picks himself up a Ring of Basilius, sitting on 1 kill, 21 last hits, and 11 denies. If we look at the last hits and denies, he is second place, right behind that Tiny, who's 24 and 5, and Ursa following shortly behind with 21 and 0. Lone Druid not doing too bad for himself at 11, but you know, he is still pretty starved out on this lane. The top lane, things still passive as ever. Venomancer just sitting back and keeping those wards up to make sure that he doesn't die. Just trying to poke in whenever he can, but that'll be all. We'll be taking a good heap of damage from these wards here. I mean, he's probably going to get the gold for clearing him out, but I don't know if it's worth it. He's actually losing quite a bit of life just trying to fight off these wards, and Venomancer's just going to walk up there and place another. Jeez, that's got to be so annoying. Not many people try to play this offlane Venomancer, but it is incredibly safe, and it's incredibly smart as well. Venomancer is a hero that can benefit pretty highly from gold, even if it is just to buy a mechanism or, you know, that Aghanim Scepter. He can really use the gold, and he is almost level 6 now, which means that he's getting pretty darn potent. On the bottom lane, Good Entangle coming out here on the Good Entangle, Good Entangle, yeah. Just an Entangle coming out on Tiny and knocking off almost half of his life. That those Entangling Roots do so much damage. Or Entangling Claws? I thought it was Entangling Vines, and then I said Roots, and it was actually Claws. They're just throwing out some abilities on these creeps, trying to clear them out quick, and Wisp will probably fill him up on mana here in just a second, as he does. We're still trying to get that Soul Ring. I think Tiny might be well off to let him go. Oh wow, they're getting up here, trying to get up in Druid's face, and the Avalanche just goes out, but that mana wasn't there in time, and they don't manage to pick up that kill, only due to the lack of mana. If Tiny had not burnt his mana on those creeps down there, would have been a guaranteed kill, 100%. Looks like Tiny is going for that Midas though. He stacked himself up 1400 gold and he's sitting on a Glove of Haste, so I expect that any second here. Looks like Rubik came into mid, but has not done anything effective there. And wow, he didn't give that to the Batrider? Batrider had 2 bottle charges down, could have used that third, and really could have used the bottle, but Rubik decided to be the greedy bastard he is, doesn't give the illusion to Bat, and then walks into mid for what is probably going to be a failed gank attempt here. Still just kind of waiting on that move to happen, and doesn't look like it is, but Invoker gets a little bit ballsy, walks up to the high ground, gets levitated, and he's very likely going to go down here. The Flaming Lasso goes down, he is burning out, and tries to finish off the Batrider, make something happen, but it's not going to here. Come on, buy back Sunstrike, buy back Sunstrike. Oh, he doesn't have the money. It's always a risk when you do it, but when you actually manage to get a buyback Sunstrike off, oh, it feels so good. You don't even know. It is the best feeling in the entire world. Whoa.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Oh
attack.
jeez. Okay, I had this happen in one of my other casts, and I apologize. For some reason, my mouse, it is a wired mouse, but for some reason, sometimes it just dies. All input is lost, and it just freezes, and I have to unplug it and plug it back in. I'm not sure why. There we go. I've got mouse control again, but yeah, it is not treating me well. I've had this mouse for quite a while though, so that could just be the wear and tear. I'm hoping to replace it soon.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Regardless, Wisp now has his Soul Ring, and we'll be able to help Tiny out with his mana issues very easily with this. This bear is doing nothing, man. I don't know what he's trying to do. He's trying to be cheeky with that bear, like blocking the camp and stuff, but in all reality, it's just meaning he's missing last hits. He gets a little bit far up here, but Tiny's not in position to follow it up, and Wisp is just going to auto-attack him back. Yeah, nothing quite going on here. Whoa. That's a lot of people at low health. Oh, the Venomancer died. Wow, okay, so that must have happened while my mouse was freaking out. I apologize. But it looks like he did get the ulti off, and will force the 2 supports back to base, which is about as much lost time as he got for dying, so... I mean, dying not good, but wasn't too terrible. Creep getting thrown the way of Lone Druid here, and this Druid's got to be careful, man. He's almost in avalanche range, and if Tiny just scoots up a little bit, catches him, that could be dangerous. Throwing out the spirits, and it looks like they want to push this. Like, they're getting right up in his face, chunking down his health so that he can't do anything, and there they are. All 3 heroes right underneath the tower looking for some action, but one entangling claw goes out on the Wisp, and he just explodes the minute the Rubik gets in there and gets that Fade Bolt off, and then another claw. Oh man, the Sunstrike misses, and wow. BizzCodd gets a little bit too aggressive, tries to go for it, and it gets turned around by 2 perfect entangles. I mean, I could not have asked for better myself. That was some bulldog shit right there, I'm not gonna lie. Wow. Tiny's still farming good though, top in the CS charts at 54 and 5, 10 minutes into this game, sitting on his Midas and Phase Boots. So he's got a lot of the items he needs to start making this early game happen. He's not opting to go for the Arcanes, as the Wisp can be feeding him mana with that Soul Ring whenever he needs it, and ganks are going to be happening any time now. Wisp is about halfway to his level 6, and when he gets back in this lane, he's going to hit it pretty quick, and the ganks are going to start happening. Actually, Wisp opting not to go back to lane, wanders up to mid, and then starts to head back down towards bottom. Smoked up Ursa here, going to make his way into the Roche pit. Sunstrike off the mark here, but it's not going to matter. Cold Snap goes out on the Batrider, and he drops almost instantly. Roche is in here doing Ursa. Ursa's doing Roche right now, and he's going to get this uncontested. That smoke assured that he would get in there without any hit from the enemy team, or without tipping off the enemy team. So he's got it for sure that Aegis will go to him, and I don't think anything's going to be in position to take him down once he's done. There he goes, heading back over to mid, but yeah. Roshan, that's the danger of an Ursa. Whoa, okay, I missed it. Lone Druid got his head exploded, and there he goes. So, like I said, man, he's always been playing a little bit too fast and rough with the Druid. I don't think he's been playing far enough back. He's always been just a fraction too far forward. Well, his bear's in okay positions all the time, but he's just a little bit out of where he needs to be. And lots of pressure coming out on this mid-tier 1 now. Oh, Whiskey coming in, right in behind. They're going on the Batrider. He's going to have a bad time. Tries to get his flame break going, but it is not going to happen. Oh, wow, the deafening blast off the mark, and Rubik ends up stealing Toss. I think I would have stolen Deafening Blast there, but he decides to toss a creep for no reason and turns around and gets killed by the Venomancer. So 5-4 is the kill score right now. BizzCodd making things happen and getting their first tower of the game here, 12 minutes and 39 seconds into the game. Wisp returned to the bottom lane without Tiny and taking a little bit of harass there. Oh, Sunstrikes! It does hit on the Ursa, and he is really low. Nothing to follow that up though. Venomancer is not going to chase, and no Aegis will be popped this day. Top tier 1 for the Radiant side is going to be denied by the Venomancer, and the tower score is now 1-1, with the denial gold only going to LimboSexxx and BizzCodd getting full tower gold on theirs. Crystal Maiden running in here, looking to see if she can get a frostbite, but it doesn't happen. Gets attacked by the bear a couple times and will return to the jungle. Drum's now up on Tiny, so he's just going for the Battle Brawler build. Not gonna need, not needing any Blink Dagger, not needing Arcane Boots, none of those usual Tiny items. He's just going for straight up carry mode, which I think is completely acceptable in this game. There's not much that'll get the enemy team away from him, and know, he can afford to do it with all the free from that he's had. Dire top tier 1 gets dropped, and no one there to defend it. No TPs coming in, so Dire tier 1 falling as well. So lots of towers falling down here in this short 2-minute segment. We saw both top tier 1s. Well, actually, all the tier 1s for the Dire side, and then the top tier 1 for Radiant. Mechanism now up on the Venomancer, so a lot of key items being bought up here. We've got the Mechanism, we've got the drums, we've got the I was gonna say mech again, so I mean, BizzCodd can really look to push their advantage here. There is still an Aegis up on that Ursa, but I think if they went and took a fight, they're in a strong enough position. Looking at the net worth chart, we've still got Invoker and Tiny sitting right on top of that. So they are doing whatever they can. Oh man, this Batrider is toasty toast. Tries to Firefly away, but does not, and it gets caught out. So very unfortunate. This Batrider is having a very, very bad time this game, and it all came back to his item build in the beginning. He couldn't stay in the lane against the Invoker because he just skimped on his items. He didn't have any health. He didn't have any last hitting power, and it just meant that when he tried to get those last hits, Invoker was able to knock him down until eventually a cold snap burst finished him off, and it's been downhill from there ever since. He does have 1 kill to his name, but 4 deaths, and he's sitting about 400 gold outside of that Blink Dagger range. I don't know, man. Not looking like a good game for the Batrider, but you know, once he gets that blink, almost anything can happen. You know, a good pick off on the Tiny or the Invoker will just give them exactly what they need. Ogre coming in back around here, getting really ballsy, but gets Sunstruck and gets a multicast, but definitely not worth it. 20 seconds down on him, 7-4 the kill score, and things are looking bad for LimboSexxx. They definitely got to pull something together here and make a gank happen. 4 staffs now up on the Invoker, so just, man, not good, not good. This Druid is getting no farm either. It looks like he's trying to go straight for that Sacred Relic build. He does have boots up on himself, but not the bear. Usually you want it the other way around, but Cold Snap on the bear. They're looking to finish this off. Gale goes out. This bear is dead for sure. There is a resummon available, but he will take that backlash damage and have to resummon. If Druid or the bear goes down again right now, he's going to be in a ton of trouble, though. Forge Spear's just poking at that Ursa. Aegis going to be reclaimed in 1 minute here, so Ursa is going to become less useful in these fights. Man, look at this bear. He's taking up so much damage. Druid's really got to be careful of that. I mean, a lot of times it's easy to look at your bear as a meat shield, but your bear has to be getting those entangles. He's got to be up in the front line, and look at this. He's going to go down again. So backlash damage goes out on the Druid, and he is officially useless for 90 seconds. There is nothing this bear is going, or this Druid is going to do that's going to contribute to this game in any way for 80 seconds. Like when I get my bear sniped like that as Druid, I just go and I stack camps in the jungle because that's all you can do. Wisp and Tiny coming in for a gank here. Rubik levitates, but Tiny tosses the tosses the Wisp away so that he does not get stunned there. Invoker 4-staffing up, looking for this kill on the Rubik. He gets up into the base, and the Wisp takes Tiny back, so there is going to be no continued pressure here. Actually, the Batrider catches himself in a little too far. Going to lose even more gold, and that is going to put him 600 gold away from his Blink Dagger now. Man, this is just not the game for Batrider, man. He is not having a good night, and man, Tiny now sitting about 700 gold off of his off of his Aghanim Scepter, which is going to make this game a lot scarier for the enemy team. I don't know what LimboSexxx can do at this point, but they are severely far behind in all regards. If we look at the XP graph, it actually was in their favor for a little bit during the end of the laning phase, but it has just shot up since the roaming has started, and the gold graph has always been in BizzCodd's favor. 12,000 gold advantage at 18 minutes. That is just huge. That is a massive lead, and looks like Tiny has his Aghanims coming to him on the courier. So yeah, there it is. That is a Aghanims on Tiny at 18 minutes after getting a Midas, drums, and phase boots. That is huge. For some action here, the bear is up again, and oh, some action coming in here, tossed in, and the oh wow, the Ogre and the Rubik getting exploded so quickly. The bear is getting frostbitten and cold snapped up. and he's not getting out of there alive. Druid is not going to have another bear for another 90 seconds. Oh, it might escape, actually. The bear does manage to get out. Ursa going in, trying to make something happen, but he gets tossed and has no health. One-shotted by a Tiny after his spell combo goes out. Batrider drops, and this is GG. There is no way that they are holding on to this one. The racks are going to go down pre-20 minutes, and I'm going to be surprised if they stay in this one. There's a lot of games that you just don't want to play out, and I see this being one of them. Still no boost on this bear, and Druid's trying so hard to get that Radiance, but you gotta recognize as Druid, when a game is going poorly, you just can't go for that big ticket item right away. A Radiance is so difficult to farm up if you're getting pressured the way he was, and you know, sometimes it's better to just go for the early game items. Get the Vlads, get the Basher, get a Mjolnir, or a Maelstrom to begin with, but I mean, you get those items that you can piece together slowly, and at least you're effective for fights like this. But I mean, this bear's still hitting for base damage. 73, he's hitting for 74, and I mean, all he has for damage between his bear and himself are 2 iron branches. 2 iron branches. It is not what needs to be done. And I mean, you can see that here. He's abysmally low. He's below the entire enemy team, meaning that Wisp and Crystal Maiden both have a higher network than this Druid. And I mean, this is just where the tower siege starts. There's nothing that they can do to stop this. They got Venomancer Wards, they've got a Tiny with an Aghanim's, they've got Forge Spirits, and I want to see that Alacrity being used. It's not as potent. Actually, what is Exort effect and what is Wex effect on? Bear goes down again. Is there a resummon available? There is a resummon, and he will use it. The Avalanche goes out, but I mean, this is only a matter of time. Alright, so back to what I was looking for. Alacrity. What is raised by Wex and what... Okay, so attack speed is raised by Wex and damage is raised by Exort. That makes sense. I don't know why that wasn't the natural assumption. Batrider gets dropped again, but throw that out on the Tiny. You could give him almost... Oh, that would be 350-ish damage with that Alacrity on. Do it. Doesn't matter. Second lane of Rax goes down 21 minutes into this game, and LimboSexxx has got to be hanging their heads right now. They've just been brutally slaughtered, and there is nothing stopping them from falling here. Finally, the gold for the Sacred Relic is up after 2 lanes of Rax have gone down, and Rubik getting caught out here. He is toast. Bye-bye. Deafening Blast flies out, knocks up the bear a little bit, but not going to be a kill quite yet. Frostbite goes out, bear gets caught, and goes down yet again. Druid without his bear for another 45 seconds, so that relic is not going to mean a thing. Avalanche goes down on the Batrider, he gets dropped, but actually, wow, big pickup on the Tiny, drops for 800 gold to the enemy team. Sunstrike off the mark, does not manage to pick up that Batrider, but I mean, they've still got pressure. This tower is going to go down, likely Rax too. They are going to fortify and try to hold it off, but I think even with these 4 heroes, they're still going to make something happen. Tower does drop. Flame Break flies out, gonna bump them apart. Crystal Maiden getting right up in the front, dropping that Crystal Nova, Frostbite, and Ursa jumping in on a mass stun, actually trying to make something happen, and he's getting the kills. He racked them. 1 kill on the Venomancer, and the other one goes to who was that? I think Ogre Magi got the other kill. Sunstrike comes in, it's gonna miss, and another bear is back up. So they will hold their racks for now. This game is still over. I mean, I've counted out teams in the past and seen them come back, but this is a done game. Done dealio. I mean, 25,000 gold advantage at 23 minutes. That is more than 1,000 gold a minute advantage. It's absurd. A little bit of XP coming back here as that they took a couple heroes in the back of that, but I mean, it's still so high, almost 10,000 advantage at its peak. Now sitting about 7,500 for the experience, and things just not looking good. Sheepstick now up on the Invoker. The Wisp has got a Sange looking probably to build towards a Halberd if it does manage to get that far. Tiny got an Assault Cuirass and the Ghost Scepter, and 4 staff are up on the Crystal Maiden. Roshan's going to drop here really easily. I don't think there's going to be anything to contest this, and bounce chicka wow wow, bye-bye Roshan. Tiny opening up a slot for that, so he is going to be the one to take that. Make sure that he can't get yanked in the fountain and dropped like that again. And this is going to be the Doom push. They're going to go right up mid, get those racks, and the game will be over. Vanamaster grabs himself a 4 staff now, after already picking up a Mechanism and a Hood of Defiance. Just absurd. Or Hood of Defiance, Veil of Discord. Oh man.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Getting my items mixed up. Not good. Racks disappear. Bye-bye.
Dire's middle barracks
Like 4 shots by Tiny and they were gone. And Radiant have Mega Creeps at 24 minutes, 35 seconds. A lot of action going on this Tiny, but he is so tanky. Nothing's going to happen to him. Even if he does drop, he has the Aegis, knocking away at this bear right now. The bear drops and fighting off the other bear. Other bear dies. And Tiny's just going balls to the wall, trying to finish off that Rubik. And who gets that kill there? Rubik. Okay, so the Tiny did get the kill on the Rubik. Invoker gets the Batrider, and Druid is just hiding in base here. He does finally get that Sacred Relic before his boots. And you know, this bear's gonna drop again. Why not? Jeez, that is just absurd. GG called, and rightfully so. It was GG probably 5 minutes ago. Actually, even before that. And there goes the game. Finished off 20-7 is your final kill score. 25-22 is your game time. And your teams have been BizzCodd and LimboSexx. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will see you again next time.